Hey everybody, it's Rolly. I just wanted to be able to jump on to be able to share something that I'm super passionate about, that I'm super excited about. As you know, looking reversed, trying to move my hair out of my way. As you know, we have been offering the annual Women Inspiring Women conference that started 4 years ago. And so, coming up into March, one of the things that is happening is how things have completely evolved. It is exploding. I am super thrilled, super excited about all the different changes that are happening from my very first conference that from the outside looking in was like, oh my God, it's a complete flop. It didn't work out the way that it was supposed to. Nothing happened. Nothing lined up the way that it was supposed to happen. But then turned out that it happened exactly the way that it was supposed to happen. And then with year two, made some changes and lots of improvements and lots of changes and shifting as to how that went. And then year three was a full house. And so, and then we were able to expand the expand things to be able to be so much bigger, right? So, hey, how's it going? And so it was, but it was incredible. It was incredible to have to be able to see it sell out. And so, of course, there's always some things for improvement, and there's a lot of different things that need to happen. And so, my plan for year five, and this has been my plan for since year one, is to have made it global, to make it so that it's like big and that it's huge. And so my goal for year five was to make it so that it was a hybrid event, so that we were actually going to have some people in present and then some people virtually. And so it was going to be like this combination of the different things that are going on. And so very ironically, we completed our conference last year, and then within that that next week is when COVID actually started and things shut down and all the businesses, all the events got canceled, but our event had got to stay continuing, and we were able to continue doing things. There are things in the States that had been canceled because of COVID, but nothing for us had shifted, and we were able to actually host our third annual conference. And so the reason why I'm jumping on today is because like I'm super pumped and super excited, because for 3 years in a row we were listed on the International Women's Day site as being a recognized International Women's Day event. And so I've put in the application for this year. And the other part of it that's super exciting is that when I put out the applications for speakers globally, I got 38 different people that different women that were interested in being able to speak at our conference. And so, so the last so since the beginning of the month, we've been going through some applications and seeing which ones are going to, and not that they're none of them don't not fit. They all fit, but which ones is it that will bring that greater excitement? And so we've had to go through and cut it down. And so what we did was we did a rating scale of with the committee from 0 to 10 or 0 to 5. And so anybody who made the cut for having a 5, that still left us with 17 women. And so we had 17 women that we sent a message out to and said, hey, you've made the first cut, and so these are the things that are actually going on. So we're having a second meeting to be able to cut things down, to be able to see where we can actually work things in. And I'm working the schedule to see how we can try and implement things a little bit differently. But also finding a way to be able to include the other women who didn't make that up to 5, right? So it's not that, and there was nobody that was below a 3.5. Like when we actually did the average scale, like nobody was below a 3.5. So like it was like a really tough decision for the committee to be able to get these different women to be able to jump on. So, but like I said, I'm super pumped, super excited. And so right now, one of the things that we are fielding is the being able to have that opportunity of having our sales, our women, because part of the conference has always been being able to have women exhibit their businesses, right? So being able to have the vendors where people can go around to their tables and have their booth and have those conversations with the different businesses. And so then it was like, okay, so how are we going to figure that out for doing this virtually? And I've attended several different conferences, so I already know what it is that I've liked, what it is that I haven't liked, and how I've wanted to be able to do that. And so then again, with some brainstorming, we've come up with an incredible way of being able to have women still be able to share their passion and share their exhibits, and with that also gives them the opportunity to attend the conference as well. So they get all the advertising and they actually get to participate in the entire conference. So it really is an incredible experience. It's definitely going to look different than it is while we're live, or while we are doing it virtually. So it's going to be different, but all of our entire life for the last, we're moving into a year of our life has been different. And so and one of the things is that I always have, so by the time that I reach March, I already know what my next theme is going to be. Right now, I don't know what year 5 is going to be because my entire brain is on this conference. But as we are finishing up doing the getting all the things planned and set up and that kind of thing, then my brain allows me to be able to think about what's next year's theme going to be. And so this year's theme is self-love. I am enough, you are enough. And with all of the craziness that has been going on in the world, like, this is the perfect time to be able to have that self-love and to be able to connect with that. And so is it going to be easy during these trying times of people being able to connect virtually? No, not necessarily, but we've had some incredible experiences with some of the groups that I am already participating in, that I offer services to, but also that I've participated in as somebody from the other end, who we've been able to still create those connections. And it is really incredible. Nadine, I will send you, I'll actually add the link into this conversation, and I'll send you the link to it. And so the application for the vendors, for the exhibitors, is closing on the 22nd, so that we have time to be able to get everybody's pages up and running, so that all the information is up and running. And then next week, we are going to be opening up registration for early bird registrations. And so I'm really super excited. I'm super excited and super pumped that we are moving into year 4 and being able to offer this globally around the world. Like, we are going to be connecting with women around the world. And one of the parts that's super important for me, which is one of the reasons why I've maintained having a smaller group of women come together, was having those interactions and being able to do that. And again, through the main means of technology, we're still going to be able to have those connections where you're going to get to meet who some of the other guests are, and having some of those there's going to be more of those interactive kind of events, because normally the interaction happens during the breaks or during the meals or those kinds of things, and during the socials. And so this is going to allow us to be able to have those different opportunities. And I had one conference that was that entire weekend conference, and that one there is the one that was like the most touching. I was able to connect with some real live people. It wasn't just listening to all the presenters, because that's the part that's not, I want to be able to listen to the presenters, but at the same time, I still want to be able to have that interaction and those connections with some of like-minded people like me. And so being able to connect and create friendships out of that conference was exactly what it is that I want this conference to be. And that is the goal, and that is where it is that we are moving towards. So anyway, I just wanted to jump on just to be able to say I finally got my application in, because we had to wait till we had some of the details of how things were going. And so but we put our application in to be recognized as another International Women's Day event globally. And so waiting for that application to come back with a yes, which I can't see that it wouldn't, because we've been successful for the last 3 years. The first one, it took a little bit longer for the application to come back, the results to come back from that answer. And then year 2 was a little faster. Year 3 was like within like 48 hours, I think 48 or 72 hours, I got an answer saying, yes, you're in, and that you can actually make your event go live. And so now the application went through late last night. And so that's what's going to happen for the next one. So Nadine, I'll actually reach out and give you the link. And for anyone else who may be interested, I will share that link as well. And so, but watch out for the early bird registrations that are going to be happening starting on Monday. And I'm really super excited about how this is all going to unfold. So talk to all of you guys soon, and bye for now.